Rome, a city that echoes through the annals of history, a name that conjures images of grandeur and might, a name synonymous with power, ambition, and glory. From its legendary founding by Romulus and Remus to its zenith as the heart of a vast empire, Rome's story is one of unparalleled ambition and achievement. A city that rose from humble beginnings to conquer an empire. From a small settlement on the banks of the Tiber River, it grew into a metropolis that would dominate the known world. At its helm stood figures of immense influence, men who shaped the destiny of the ancient world. These leaders, with their vision and determination, carved their names into the annals of history. Among them, Julius Caesar stands tall, a colossus whose life and death continue to fascinate us millennia later. His story is one of ambition, brilliance, and tragedy. This essay delves into the life of this legendary Roman, exploring his rise and fall and his enduring legacy. We will examine the events that shaped his destiny and the impact he left on the world. Caesar's story is one of ambition, military genius, political maneuvering, and ultimately betrayal. His campaigns in Gaul showcased his strategic brilliance, while his political maneuvers in Rome demonstrated his shrewdness and ambition. It's a story that reminds us of the intoxicating nature of power and the fragility of life at the pinnacle. The very qualities that propelled him to greatness also led to his downfall. Join me as we journey back in time to uncover the captivating tale of Julius Caesar, the man who conquered Gaul, defied the Senate, and forever changed the course of history. Through his life, we will explore the complexities of power, the intricacies of Roman politics, and the enduring legacy of one of history's most iconic figures. Born in 100 BC, Gaius Julius Caesar entered a Rome simmering with political tensions. His family, though ancient and noble, wasn't particularly wealthy or influential. However, young Caesar possessed a sharp intellect and a burning ambition. He received a traditional Roman education, excelling in rhetoric, literature, and military strategy. Even in his youth, Caesar displayed glimpses of the charisma and leadership that would later define him. He possessed a captivating presence, effortlessly drawing people to his cause. His ambition was evident, and he wasn't afraid to dream big, envisioning himself playing a pivotal role in the Roman Republic. Caesar's early career was marked by both triumphs and setbacks. He proved himself a capable military officer, serving with distinction in various campaigns. He also honed his political skills, navigating the treacherous waters of Roman politics. His rise, however, wasn't without its obstacles. He faced opposition from powerful rivals, some threatened by his growing influence. He also grappled with personal tragedies, like the death of his first wife, Cornelia. These experiences, though challenging, tempered his character and fueled his determination, ultimately shaping him into the formidable leader he would become. Caesar's military exploits are legendary, and his campaigns in Gaul remain some of the most celebrated in ancient history. Appointed proconsul of Gaul, Caesar embarked on a series of brilliant military campaigns that would last for nearly a decade. He faced fierce Gallic tribes, often outnumbered, yet his tactical brilliance and unwavering courage led him to victory after victory. The Gallic Wars tested Caesar's mettle like no other challenge had. He demonstrated exceptional military prowess, strategic thinking, and an uncanny ability to inspire his troops. The campaigns cemented his reputation as a brilliant general and earned him immense popularity back in Rome, much to the dismay of his political rivals. Section 5. The die is cast, crossing the Rubicon. After years of campaigning in Gaul, Caesar stood at the brink of destiny. His victories had made him a hero to his soldiers and a threat to his political enemies. The Roman Senate, fearful of his growing power and influence, ordered him to disband his army and return to Rome as a private citizen. They hoped to strip him of his power and diminish his influence. Faced with this ultimatum, Caesar made a fateful decision. He knew that complying would mean the end of his political career and possibly his life. In 49 BC, Caesar led his legions across the Rubicon River, the boundary between Roman Italy and Cisalpine Gaul. This was a bold and irreversible move. This act was tantamount to a declaration of war against the Roman Senate. It was a direct challenge to their authority and a clear signal that Caesar was ready to fight for his vision of Rome. "The die is cast," he famously declared, signifying his willingness to risk everything in his pursuit of power. His words echoed through history, marking the moment when he chose to defy the Senate and seize control. The Rubicon crossing remains a potent symbol of daring, ambition, and the point of no return. It represents the moment when Caesar's ambitions set him on a path that would change the course of history forever. His decision to cross the Rubicon was not just a military maneuver, but a statement of intent that would echo through the ages. Section 6. Caesar's reign, reforms and dictatorship. Following his victory in the ensuing civil war, Caesar emerged as the undisputed master of Rome. He assumed the title of dictator, initially for a term of 10 years, later for life. His reign was marked by a series of sweeping reforms aimed at addressing the deep-seated problems plaguing the Roman Republic. Caesar implemented land reforms to appease the plebeians, reorganized the Roman calendar, granted citizenship to people in Roman provinces, and initiated large-scale building projects. He aimed to centralize power, reduce corruption, and restore stability to a republic teetering on the brink of chaos. Section 7. The Julian calendar, a legacy in time. Among Caesar's numerous reforms, the introduction of the Julian calendar stands out as a testament to his vision and lasting impact. Recognizing the flaws in the existing Roman calendar, which was inaccurate and prone to manipulation, Caesar commissioned a new calendar based on the solar year. The Julian calendar, with its 365 days and a leap year every 4 years, proved remarkably accurate and remained in use for centuries. It formed the basis of the Gregorian calendar, which is the calendar we use today. This reform highlights Caesar's pragmatic approach to governance and his desire to leave a lasting legacy on Roman society. Section 8. The Ides of March, Betrayal and Death. This chapter delves into one of the most infamous events in Roman history, a tale of treachery and the tragic end of a leader. Despite his numerous accomplishments and the expansion of the Roman Empire under his rule, Caesar's dictatorial approach and ambitious reforms alienated some members of the Roman elite. His centralization of power and disregard for traditional republican values created a rift between him and the Senate. A group of senators claiming to act in defense of the Republic and its long-standing traditions conspired to eliminate the man they perceived as a tyrant. They believed that by removing Caesar, they could restore the Republic and its former glory. On March 15th, 44 BC, the fateful day known as the Ides of March, Caesar entered the Senate completely unaware of the deadly plot that had been meticulously planned against him. His confidence and lack of suspicion would soon lead to his downfall. As he began to address the senators, a group of conspirators led by his once trusted allies Brutus and Cassius surrounded him. Their daggers, concealed beneath their togas, were ready to strike. The tension in the room was palpable as the conspirators prepared to execute their plan. In a sudden and brutal attack, they struck, stabbing Caesar multiple times. The once mighty leader desperately tried to defend himself, but he was overwhelmed by the sheer number of attackers. The betrayal was swift and merciless. He fell, mortally wounded, at the foot of a statue of Pompey, his former rival. The symbolism was stark. Caesar's life ended in the shadow of a man he had once defeated. The assassination of Julius Caesar marked a turning point in Roman history, leading to the end of the Roman Republic and the rise of the Roman Empire. Section 9. Caesar's legacy, a lasting impact. Caesar's assassination sent shockwaves through Rome and beyond. It triggered a power struggle that plunged the Republic into a new round of civil wars, ultimately leading to the rise of the Roman Empire under Caesar's adopted son Octavian, later known as Augustus. Though his life was cut short, Caesar's impact on Roman history and Western civilization was profound. His military conquests expanded Roman dominion. His reforms addressed deep-seated societal issues. His writings provided invaluable insights into Roman life and history. Section 10. Conclusion, the enduring shadow of Caesar. Julius Caesar's life and death continue to captivate our imagination millennia later. He was a man of contradictions, a brilliant general and ruthless conqueror, a shrewd politician and a champion of the people, a visionary leader and a victim of his own ambition. Caesar's story reminds us of the complexities of power, the allure of ambition, and the fragility of life. It also highlights the enduring power of ideas and the profound impact one person can have on the course of history. Julius Caesar, the Colossus of Rome, may be long gone, but his legacy continues to shape our world.